Well, it's Sunday morning, right around 8 o'clock. I'm going to start putting the car back together today. First thing we're going to do is in the shop here, I set up a little table on my table saw, and I'm using that for side jobs. Here is the passenger side control arm. Got the ball joint there, all the hardware for it. I've got to get that put together. Yesterday I put together the driver's side, and I'm trying to keep them separate. You might notice some notes back there on the tie rods. I counted the number of threads from the back of the rod to the nut, driver's side, passenger side. So this is just where I'm doing some side work. And I'm going to start by getting that ball joint installed on that control arm, and then we'll put the control arm back in the car, and from there we'll put the tie rods and we'll put the sway bar bushings and just sort of build out until I got the whole thing back together. So I'll keep you guys posted on my progress. Feeling kind of rough today. It was a rough one yesterday, and I'm wore out, but I got to get this thing going for Monday morning. Hello, everybody. It's been a busy morning. My nephew just left. He came over this morning, got everything welded up for me, and then he stuck around and helped me out. He's done work like this before, so kind of he just sort of over my shoulder, gave me some information on best way or easiest way he's found to do things. So let me show you what all I've got done. Got the tie rods in. They've been greased. They're ready to go. I've got the ball joints in. The control arm is in. I've got the bushings in between the control arm and the sway bar. And I'm at the point now, the CV joint is in. I'm at the point now where I got a couple of things, like I got a little piece of plastic, a splash guard that goes up there that needs to be put in. And then I'll put the bearing in on this side. The other side is in the exact same condition. It's ready for the splash guard. And once the splash guard's in, we'll throw on the wheel bearing, and then of course after the wheel bearing come the brakes, and the rotor. I got new rotor and I got new brake shoes, and I'm getting pretty close. Looks like I lost quite a bit of transmission fluid with the CV joints coming out. I bought a quart. I think I'm gonna take the van up when my wife gets back. My son's at music lessons right now, or he takes vocal lessons. And when he gets back from his vocal lessons in an hour and a half or so, I'll run up. Hopefully I'll be farther along, and I'll get another quart of transmission fluid. But I've got everything greased. I've got everything tightened down. Feeling pretty good about it so far. Like I said, there's quite a ways to go, but I'm making good progress. So I'll keep you guys posted. Hopefully I'll do a few more updates. I didn't really do them with my nephew here because, man, we were like, go, do, so we were so busy working, and he was giving me some good advice and some good tips and telling me some things. So I paid more attention to my teacher than I did my camera. But I'll keep you guys updated. Take care. Bye-bye. Well, I was cruising along, and I'm putting the tire on, and I thought, I forgot to do an update. So let me give you a quick peek at what I've got. Here's the passenger side. Everything is on. The brakes are in. The new rotors are in. It's completely greased. The ABS lines have been rerun. I put my splash guard back in. I've gone over everything like 5 times, and I think it looks like everything is, I don't have any parts left over, and it looks like everything is where it belongs. The other side, I've already started putting the tire on. This is how far I got when I realized I better stop and give you guys an update. So I'm gonna go ahead and snug these bolts up. I just have them finger tight. I'll snug them up a little bit, and I'll get the jack stand out from underneath the car. Then I'll get the scissor jack out, get this side back on the ground. Then we'll go do the passenger side. I'm not gonna be able to take it for a test drive just yet. My son is still at music lessons, and my wife is picking up a cake because we're going to my sister-in-law and her husband's 50th wedding anniversary tonight. And I don't have the van to go get the transmission fluid. It looks like I lost about 2 quarts of transmission fluid, and I only picked up a quart the other day. Always pick up 2, you can take 1 back. That should have been what I did, and I didn't do it that way. But not a big deal. I still have to go up there and take my cores back and everything. So once I button this up, I'll do some cleaning, and when my wife gets back, I'll run the cores and the tools I rented back up to the auto parts store, get another quart of transmission fluid, get that put in the car. And if it's not too close to time to leave for the anniversary party, I'd like to get this out and just drive around the neighborhood, just make sure everything feels tight. So I'll keep you guys posted. I'm done with the car. You can hear the compressor in the background letting the air out. Let me come in here so it's not as loud. The car is completely done. My wife just got home. I was in the process of kind of straightening up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and run up to the auto parts store, return the tools that I bought or borrowed, return the cores for the CV joints, get some additional transmission fluid, and then I've got the old transmission fluid that I need to recycle. When I come back, I'll get the transmission fluid put in the car, I'll finish cleaning the garage up, and then we're gonna take a test drive. I've added the transmission fluid to the car, I have got the garage clean, and I'm ready for a little test drive. So let's see what happens. Brake pedal was a little squishy, but I had to force the pistons back to get the new brake pads in, so I'm not too concerned about that. I'm shifting through the gears. Everything seems to be shifting relatively smooth. Put her in drive. Drop the steering wheel down. Better cut the wheel, because there we go. Alright, I don't hear the knocking noise that I used to hear that was the CV joint. Better not get going too fast until I make sure I've pumped up this pedal enough. I don't know, it's running pretty good. Nice and quiet, man. The front end feels good. It's relatively responsive to the steering wheel. I've got my hands off the steering wheel and it's tracking damn near perfectly straight. We can get going around the corner here. Yeah, we're tracking pretty good. Definitely still want to get that front end alignment though, because I'm not really ready to buy tires until maybe the end of next summer. Still got quite a bit of tread left on these. Wow, everything feels really nice. Sorry about the extra noise. I've got the window open so I can kind of listen for anything that is out of the ordinary. Roll that window up, save you guys from some of this road noise. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And like I said, it's not pulling left or right. It's tracking fairly well. My steering wheel is cocked a little bit to the right, but nothing that the front end alignment won't take care of. They'll generally adjust the steering wheel, straighten it up when they do the alignment.